welcome back to Story Time with me, Miss Katharine. Let's discover a new book together. Today, it's an Usborne Lift the Flap First Questions and Answers book called Why Do We Need Bees? With lots of flaps to lift. What are bees? Bees are buzzing, flying insects. Many have stripes and some make honey. What's an insect? The name given to a very large group of very small animals. They all have 3 parts to their bodies and 6 legs. I'm not an insect, but we are. What do bees look like close up? 4 wings, 2 on each side, like this. Hairy body in 3 parts. 2 feelers to smell and touch things, and tiny claws to grip onto things. What's this? A baby bee called a larva. It grows from a tiny egg. Can all insects fly? No, some just walk and others swim. What's that? Ooh, I'm a honeybee. I'm a beetle. How many different kinds of bees are there? Well, this one's a beetle. Whoa, over 20,000! From the tiny stingless bee to the blue orchard bee. Here's a stingless bee, and here's a blue orchard bee. So we met the honeybee. Who's this one? Ooh, a bumblebee. Who's that bee? I'm a hairy-footed flower bee. Who could this be? I'm a sweet bee. Aw, sweet little bee. And this one? Who's that? Ooh, I'm not a bee. I'm a wasp. I thought he looked different. Will they sting me? Good question. No. Bees only sting if they feel in danger. So, just keep still and let them buzz by. Why do we need bees? Because they spread pollen by visiting flowers, and that helps plants grow. What is pollen? A dusty powder inside flowers. Plants need pollen from other flowers to make their seeds and grow new plants. Why do bees visit flowers? To get food. They suck a sweet liquid called nectar and collect pollen to eat later. How do bees spread pollen? By flying from flower to flower. Pollen sticks to the bee's fuzz and then rubs off on the next flower. How do bees help this plant? They spread its pollen so its fruit can grow. Seeds then grow inside the fruit. What kind of plant is that? Do you recognize it? Big dark berries, thorns on the leaves and pink flowers. That's a blackberry. So why do we need bees? Because without them, we couldn't grow lots of the vegetables and fruit we eat. Do all plants need bees? No. Pollen is spread by other insects. What will happen to these flowers? After the bees visit, the petals will fall off and green beans will grow in their place. Where do bees live? All over the world. Some live in big groups and others live on their own. What's this? A beehive, a home for honeybees. People keep bees in hives so they can collect their honey. Where can I see a nest like this? In tropical forests and other warm places. In colder places, wild honeybees make their nests inside hollow trees. What's inside this hole? A bumblebee nest. Over half the bees in the world make their nests underground. Where's this bee's nest? She doesn't have one. She's a cuckoo bee. She sneaks into other nests and lays her eggs there. Sneaky. Where are these bees going? To set up a new nest. Theirs is too crowded. Wait for me! What are these circles for? Making little rooms to lay my eggs in. I'm a leafcutter bee. Who lives here? A carpenter bee. She chews out a tunnel for a nest and lays her eggs. Food, egg. How do bees make honey? They collect sweet nectar from flowers and store it in their nests. Do all bees make honey? No. Bees that live on their own don't. Bees that live in groups make at least a little. I don't. I do. Which flowers should I visit? How do I open this flap? Bees use smell and sight to find flowers with pollen and nectar. Many flowers have lines to guide bees to their nectar. Yummy pollen. No nectar here. How do bees carry nectar? In special honey tummies. The nectar is passed from bee to bee. They're little honey tummies. Follow me! Bumblebees make honey pots in their nests. Yum. Why is this bee dancing? To tell other bees where to find the best flowers. Fly to the right of the sun. Why are you hovering here? I'm fanning the nectar with my wings to turn it into thick, sweet honey. I'm sealing the honey with a wax lid. How do beekeepers collect honey? They lift out the honey frames and carefully brush off the bees. Then they slice off the wax lids and whiz the frames around so the honey spins out. How do bees enter the hive? Through a little gap at the bottom. Coming through. Who here likes honey? Me. Who's who in a hive? A hive has a queen bee, thousands of female worker bees, and many male drone bees. Which one's the queen? Let me in, little chap. I'm the mother of all the bees in the hive. We're her daughters. We're worker bees. See which one's the queen? Queen. What are all these hexagon shapes? How many sides does a hexagon have? 6. They're little spaces called cells. Bees make them for storing food and hatching eggs. You count the sides on these hexagons? How do bees grow up? I lay an egg. The egg grows into a larva. The larva grows and changes, and it crawls out as a bee. What's going on in here? A new queen bee is growing up. She eats lots of royal jelly to make her bigger than the other bees. Ooh, lift these flaps to see the jobs worker bees do. Okay. Clean out the cells. Feed honey and pollen to each larva. Make wax to build more cells. Guard the entrance to the hive. Go away, wasp. Collect nectar and pollen for the hive. What are drone bees? The only male bees in the hive, they fly off in search of new queen bees. Lots of jobs in a hive. Amazing bees! Find out some more amazing facts about bees and why they need our help. How do bees buzz, 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 buzz? By moving their wings very quickly, 200 times in 1 second. That's fast. Can bees talk to each other? Sort of. Not like we do, but through their dances and through smells they make. How many bees make a jar of honey? Guesses? Around 20,000. One bee makes only 1/8 of a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime. Save our bees! Are bees in danger? Yes. Many bees are dying out. Changes in our towns and countryside mean it can be hard for bees to find enough flowers. How can we help bees? By giving them places to live and planting more flowers for their food. This is a mason bee house. Those bees don't even have stingers. Can bees live in towns? Yes. If there are enough flowers around, window boxes, gardens, and parks are all good places for flowers. Rooftops can be a great place for beehives. Do you have any good places to put flowers near your home so the bees can eat? How long have bees been on Earth? Since dinosaur times. Ancient Egyptian beehive. Look at that. People have been keeping honeybees for thousands of years. What can we do to save our bees? Thanks to this book for giving us lots of information and great ideas. And thanks to you for joining me in discovering it. Why do we need bees? Bye.